So the hybrid event. What do you say to event organizers who are concerned that layering in a virtual element will take away from the in-person attendees?
I basically tell them they're wrong. So,
End of story.
yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I mean, there was a study done not too long ago where a bunch of we call these hybrid events, right? So there's a physical version and there's a virtual version, where a bunch of hybrid event organizers allowed an organization to poll the virtual audience and ask them some questions. When the virtual audience was asked the question, if there was no webcast, webinar, or virtual event associated with this, would you have come to the in-person? And a resounding 96% of them said no.
Wow.
So what we find your virtual audiences is they're the ones who are just not that into you yet. They're not sold on that this content is good enough to get in the car and drive to your office or to the hotel you're at. They are far away and don't see the value in traveling to get to your event, or they're recently learning about you and just don't know if they would invest time with you regardless. But the virtual element allows them to book some time at their computer, dial in, click on a link, and if they like what they see, they can stick around. So we usually say that they are a secondary or a tertiary audience from that core that's in the room. Now, there's other benefits of doing the hybrid event that go beyond just the fact that this is new or found audience members who you wouldn't have had before. And that is in the same study when people were asked if they were more likely to attend in person next time. Like 27% of them said yes.
Who watched virtually?
Who watched virtually.
So they're bought in now.
Exactly. So they came, it was a good content, and now they might make the effort to actually come in person next time for some of the benefits they may not have had virtually. They wouldn't get to meet the speakers, they wouldn't be able to engage with other peers, or whatever the benefits are of going to your physical event. To go back to the very beginning and to your question, I'm always telling event organizers that they are wrong. And I'm telling them that because I know why they're coming to me, right? And they're coming to me to talk about this because their in-person audience is getting smaller. One company that I was working with was filling seats with junior associates in their firm just so it didn't look like they only had 10 or 15 people in some of their events. And it's getting smaller and it's not their fault. It's just the world that we're going in, things have gotten so busy. Where some of our customers are at a younger age who don't value some of the things that they might have valued, other people might have valued. And so the virtual is generally outperforms the in-person as it relates to audience members. And to flip that stat on its head about them not being that into you, you know that those people who show up in person, they're your core, right? They're your best customers. They're the people who speak well of you on the street already. They're the people who you can count and depend on to kind of always be there. And so you're not going to lose them because you're doing a webcast. It's not going to happen.